From the campuses of Columbia University in New York City, New York, and Colgate University in Hamilton, New York, the National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Good Housekeeping Magazine, presents the transcribed College Quiz Bowl. Tonight, Columbia University is out to challenge the varsity scholars from Colgate University, the school that last week toppled Mount Holyoke College here in the College Quiz Bowl. And now, here in Radio City, New York, is your master of the quiz, Alan Ludden.
Hi there, everybody. It's good to have you with us for another intercollegiate battle of the brains. Tonight, it will be 4 men from Columbia against 4 men from Colgate in the first all-male contest we've had here in the College Quiz Bowl this year. Now let's get along with the game and meet these teams. First, we're going way upstate to Hamilton, New York, where Bob Whitney of station WSYR Syracuse is on hand to referee for the Colgate University team. Are you there, Bob?
You bet I am, Alan, and so is the Colgate team. The boys hope to hang on to the Quiz Bowl title, and they're fully prepared to give those city slickers from Manhattan a hard fight and a tough game. Here they are.
Paul Schmidt from Hudson, New Hampshire.
Peter Gould from South Devon, England.
Marty Hyatt, New York City.
Jim Wachtell, New York City.
All right, there you have the defending team from Colgate University in Hamilton, New York. Now let's come back to New York City, where Fred Collins of station WRCA, New York, is standing by to referee for the Columbia University team. Are you up there, Fred?
I sure am, Alan, and so is the whole Columbia team. And they tell me they've been doing a little preseason training and are pretty confident that they'll do all right in this bowl game. And here they are to introduce themselves.
Tom Evans, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Milburn Smith from Fort Plain, New York.
Sheldon Wolf from Brooklyn, New York.
Jerry Pompa from New York City.
All right, now you've met both teams. But before Roger Tuttle explains our rules, may I point out that we recognize the fact that here in the College Quiz Bowl, we're putting the emphasis on a quick recall of specific facts. But we're also trying to give you an opportunity to meet a few of the many remarkable, well-rounded personalities to be found today on every American campus. Now, how about those rules, Rod?
Right, Alan, and here they are. Alan Ludden asks a toss-up question worth 10 points. And the first team to signal it knows the answer gets a chance to answer it. When Colgate University signals, you'll hear... And when Columbia University signals, you'll hear... By means of a special electronic selector, the team which signals first, even by a split second, activates its light here in New York City and makes it impossible for the other team's light to flash. Now, if a team gives a wrong answer to the toss-up question, the other team is given a chance to answer it. And whichever team gives the right answer gets a bonus question worth a stated number of points. The team with the most points at the end of the game is the winner and returns next week to defend its title here in the College Quiz Bowl.
Thank you, Roger. Now remember, teams, you may interrupt the toss-up question before I've finished asking it, but if you do, and if your answer is wrong, your team's going to be penalized 5 points, and I'll have to repeat the question, giving the other team a free crack at it. Okay, those are the rules, and that's the opening whistle, so let's go. Your first toss-up tonight could earn you a chance at a 30-point bonus. Here's your toss-up. The smallest mammal in the animal kingdom is mentioned in the title of one of Shakespeare's plays. Colgate.
Jim Wachtell.
The play is The Taming of the Shrew.
That's the answer for 10 points. You interrupted the question. I was to ask, what's the mammal? And you said shrew. And that's all I needed to know. Okay. Shrew in The Taming of the Shrew, and here's your 30-point bonus. Colgate. You know, certain slogans and catchphrases were either coined by or used by certain presidents in campaign speeches and political oratory. Now, I'm going to quote a series of such phrases, and for a quick, you get that quick, for a quick 5 points apiece, you name the president. You got it? Here we go. First, a chicken in every pot, 2 cars in every garage. Herbert Hoover. Herbert, 5 points. Okay, 4 more years of the full dinner pail.
McKinley.
Right for 5 points. 54-40 or fight.
Was it Polk?
Polk, right for 5 points. Malefactors of great wealth.
Bryan, I think.
No, Theodore Roosevelt. All right, now who first used this one? The first one to use this one. Best not to swap horses when crossing a stream.
Abe Lincoln, was it?
Abe Lincoln, right for 5 points. Economic royalists.
FDR.
FDR, right for 25 points. Okay, here we go with another toss-up. We've got a 30-point bonus in the offense. 30-point bonus is coming up. Here is your toss-up. England beat Napoleon's forces at Trafalgar. For 10 points, what 2 armies did Napoleon beat at Austerlitz? Colgate.
Jim Wachtell.
Austria and Russia.
Right for 10 points. Right for 10 points, Russia and Austria. Now, Colgate, here is a chance to earn 30 points simply by singing back to me the line that follows the one that I sing to you. That's right, I said sing.
Alan.
And I want you to approximate the tune at least as well as I do. Are you all set, Colgate?
This is the line that follows, Alan?
The line that follows, the one I sing. I put sing in quotes. You got a broad area here. You ready? All right, Colgate, tell me to sing the line that follows this one. My grandfather's clock was too old for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor.
It
Paul
was
Smith
taller
will
by
remember
half.
the song.
Go on.
It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a penny weight more.
Right for 10 points. Very good. Okay, here we go. Sing the line that follows this one. You ready? Here we go. When I was a lad, I served a term as an office boy to an attorney's firm.
I swept the floor and I polished up the handle of the big front door.
Okay, you missed. I scrubbed the window, but that's okay. That's a good try. It certainly as near as the melody as mine. All right, here we go. The line that follows this one. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make her complexions like peaches and cream.
Make her the one that I
Give her two lips like roses in clover.
and tell her that my lonely nights are over.
Okay! You could sing it louder, but you couldn't do it any better. Now, before we move on to another toss-up question, let's find out what the stakes are in this quiz game. Roger?
Right, Alan. Each week, Good Housekeeping magazine will award to the school of the winning team a $500 gift to be administered by the college. It may go to a scholarship fund or to a campus activity. And each member of the losing team will receive an attractive, dependable Whitnor wristwatch, a distinguished member of the Longines Whitnor family of fine watches. Since 1866, maker of watches of the highest character. Well, those are the stakes. Now, with 20 and a half minutes to go, the score, Colgate 75, Columbia nothing. Let's go back to another toss-up question.
Okay, a 30-point bonus is coming up. Here's your toss-up. The game of baseball was brought up to date, so to speak, near the turn of the 20th century. Now, for 10 points, tell me exactly the modern distance between the pitcher's mound and the home plate. Colgate.
Marty Hyatt.
60 feet, 6 inches.
Right to the inch. 10 points. Okay, Colgate, you got a 30-point bonus here. I'm going to read the opening lines of 3 well-known 20th century American novels, and for 10 points apiece, you're to identify the title of each work and its author. Quote, he lay flat on the brown pine-needled floor of the forest, his chin on his folded arms, and high overhead the wind blew in the tops of the pine trees. The mountainside sloped gently where he lay, but below it was steep, and he could see the dark of the oil road winding through the pass. I want the title of the work and its author.
For whom the bell tolls.
Hemingway.
Right. For whom the bell tolls, and Hemingway is the author for 10 points. Okay, quote. The first line. What's the author and the title of this work? To the red country and part of the gray country of Oklahoma, the last rains came gently, and they did not cut the scarred earth.
Steinbeck? Yeah,
Grapes of Wrath.
That's right, for 10 points. Steinbeck, Grapes of Wrath. All right. It was the hour of twilight on a soft spring day toward the end of April in the year of our Lord 1929, and George Weber leaned his elbows on the sill of his back window and looked out at what he could see of New York. You got it. Come on. What is it?
Wait a minute.
Come on. Thomas Wolfe, You Can't Go Home Again. Okay, scoring time, right?
Right now, we have 18 and a half minutes to go. Colgate has 105. Columbia is yet to be heard from.
All right, come on, Columbia. Are you there?
Yeah.
You there, Columbia? Let me hear you.
We're here.
Let me hear your buzzer. Ah, okay. Everything's working. You got a 30-point bonus coming up. Here we go with a toss-up for 10 points. Whose famous line am I paraphrasing when I say, a Betty Pryor is a Floribunda is a Polyantha?
Oh,
Colgate.
it's Gertrude Stein's A Rose is a Rose is a Rose.
That's right. Who is this speaking? Who is speaking? Bob. Bob, who is speaking for Colgate?
Paul Smith, Alan.
Okay, Paul Smith. By recognizing that Gertrude Stein line, you got a 30-point bonus here for Colgate. You know, in the Bible, it was David against Goliath. At Weehawken, it was Hamilton against Burr. Now, for 10 points apiece, at the Battle of Philippi, it was Caesar and Antony against...
Against Brutus and Cassius.
Right, Brutus and Cassius for 10 points. Boy, you're right on there tonight, Colgate. In Republican Party politics, it was the stalwarts against...
The bull mooses.
The what?
Bull mooses?
No, the half-breed. The half-breed. In the mountains, it was the McCoys against...
Hatfield.
The Hatfields, right for 10 points. Now, I want to take time out here because I want to comment on one of the close decisions that we made in last week's close game between Colgate and Mount Holyoke. You know, we asked, what state in the United States ceded the land to Congress which became our nation's capital? Holyoke answered Maryland and Virginia, and we did not accept this answer. Originally, Virginia as well as Maryland did cede land to Congress, but in 1846, all the land that Virginia ceded was given back to her, and thus the land that comprises our nation's capital was exclusively the gift of Maryland. Now, we appreciate, and I mean we do appreciate, the tremendous interest of our listening audience on this point. We want to refer all of them who wrote to us to this publication, Government Publications, quote, Senate Document 178, 75th Congress, 3rd Session, a manual on the origin and development of Washington, D.C. That is our source. Now, going back with a 30-point musical bonus coming up, here's your toss-up for 10 points. Where in the world is there a place called Mary Church, the Pool of White Hazels, rather near the swift whirlpool of the Church of Tisilio and the Red Cave? Colgate.
Jim Wachtel.
Kenya, Africa.
Can you take it, Columbia? Can you take it, Columbia?
Jerry Pumper, you know?
Nobody takes it?
Yes, we do have one.
What?
Tom Evans.
I'll give it a try. Would that be Wales?
That would be Wales. And that's right. In Wales, an island off Wales. You got 10 points by waiting there, Columbia. You got a chance at a 30-point musical bonus. Now, all you got to do is remember your freshman English, because I think it was there that you studied the various parts of a letter. You remember the salutation, the body, the closing, and so forth? Now, here are 3 popular songs which could suggest a specific segment of a letter. And all you've got to do to earn 10 points is to tell us which part each suggests. You got it? Okay, which part of the letter does this suggest?
Oh, Lord, won't you tell me why I love that fella so?
No? Number 1 all over the country?
We have a conference here.
Come on, I need it. Come on.
All right. What do you say, Tom?
The body of the letter?
No, I'm sorry, that's the closing. That is sincerely with the McGuire singer. Okay, what part of the letter does this suggest?
Go ahead, Tom.
Come on.
That's the salutation.
That's the salutation. Dearly beloved, that's right for 10 points. Okay. All right, what part of the letter does this suggest?
else for me to say, so I'll go.
What did I hear? I heard it.
Yes,
I heard
postscript.
it. The postscript, right. P.S. I love you. 20 points for you there, Columbia.
Right now, Alan, we have 14 minutes to go. Columbia now has 30 points against Colgate's 135.
And I got a 30-point bonus in the offing. Here's the toss-up. On February 1st, 1702, an Irish brigade rushed out to resist an Austrian attack on Cremona. Now, for 10 points, why were the Irish extremely embarrassed? You know, takers? Well, I'm going to be delighted to tell you, because they were literally caught with their pants down and went to battle without first stopping to dress. Conan Doyle wrote, "One favor we entreat, we were called a little early and our toilet's not complete. We've no quarrel with the shirt, but the breeches wouldn't hurt, for the evening air is chilly in Cremona." That's Conan Doyle. It sounds like Cole Porter. Here we go with another toss-up. The bonus is worth 30 points in the offing. Here's the toss-up. Achilles killed Hector. For 10 points, who killed Achilles? Colgate.
Peter Gould.
Paris.
Paris and Homer's Iliad, right for 10 points. Okay, Colgate, here's your 30-point bonus. Lady Godiva came from Coventry, England. Don Quixote from La Mancha, Spain. And for a quick 5 points apiece, now I want you to tell me the hometown of Homer's Helen.
Helen, she was from Sparta.
Right for 5 points. Right for 5 points. The hometown of South Pacific's Nellie Forbush. Nellie Forbush.
Iowa. Little Rock, Arkansas.
Iowa. It was in Iowa somewhere.
What was that?
Iowa
Little
City,
Rock,
Iowa.
Arkansas. Right for 5 points. Of Macaulay.
School.
Of Macaulay's Lars Porsena.
Oh, Lars Fossner from Clusium.
From Clusium, Italy, right. I had no idea you'd get that. Of Kipling's Puck.
Kipling's who?
Puck.
Pook's Hill.
Pook's Hill, right, for 5 points. My goodness. Of Sinclair Lewis's Dodsworth.
Conference, Alan, a short one.
Indian.
Go ahead, Jim.
No conference on these 5 pointers. Zenith. Of the Great Casey.
The great kid, Mudville.
Mudville, right, for 5 points.
Hold it, Alan. That's the halftime whistle, which calls right now for a 1-minute timeout in our proceedings.
Okay, first, before we have a 1-minute timeout, may I remind you that each week in Good Housekeeping magazine, you'll find a page of college quiz bowl questions. Now, for a chance to match your wits with our collegiate champions, I suggest that you see the March issue of Good Housekeeping magazine. You know, Good Housekeeping also awards the $500 weekly cash prize that goes to the college of the winning team here in our Radio College Quiz Bowl. Now let's take out a minute and talk to these teams. First, let's talk to the challengers tonight up at Columbia University. Gentlemen, I want to find out what you major in and how you're classified at Columbia. Sheldon Wolf, what's your major?
Chemistry, sir.
Are you a senior?
That's right.
Fine. Your plans upon graduation?
I'm going to go into Columbia Medical School.
Good. Milburn Smith, how are you classified?
I'm a junior.
Your major?
I'm an English major.
But upon graduation?
Well, my plans are uncertain.
What do you think they'll be?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to write.
Good. I hope you do. Tom Evans, how are you classified, sir?
I'm a senior at Columbia.
Plans upon graduation?
Well, I'm going to go to medical school at Cincinnati.
Good. In Cincinnati?
That's right.
Oh, that's your home, isn't it? That's right. Jerry Pomper, how are you classified there?
I'm a senior, and I'm majoring in government.
And your plans upon graduation?
I expect to go to graduate school and later to teach.
Later to teach. Always glad to hear about teachers to be. Okay. Now going out to Colgate University to talk. Paul Schmidt, I got to talk to you now. I want to find out what all this business about Colgate University and the number 13 is. What does it mean?
Well, it's a long tradition here at Colgate, Alan. You see, the university was founded in 1819 by 13 men who donated $13, said 13 prayers, and donated 13 books. So that was the beginning of the university, and ever since then, the number 13 has been our big number. The singing group on campus is called the 13, and it's used all over the campus. It's our magic number, so to speak.
That's very interesting. Any other way that it's used? Is there any kind of, is it a symbol for your teams and that sort of thing?
Yeah, well, every week before our big football game with Syracuse, the freshman class builds a bonfire that's 3 times 13 feet high.
Oh, man. Okay, that's very interesting. Colgate is a fine school with a fine tradition. Now, it seems to me that it's about time for the timeout period to be up, and it is. There's our whistle, so let's get back to the quiz.
Right, Alan, and with the score, Colgate 170, Columbia 30, and we have 9.5 minutes to go. Back to another toss-up question.
All right, a 20-point bonus is in the offing. Here's your toss-up. A mud puppy is a salamander. For 10 points, what's a hush puppy? Colgate.
Paul Schmidt.
Well, that's made in the South, Alan. It's cornmeal fried in oil. It's
that's
like a
right.
bread,
That's
cake.
right, and you're from Hudson, New York. What do you know? A kind of fried cake made of cornmeal. All right, you got Paul. You got a 20-point bonus for Colgate. You have heard it asked, I'm sure, which is heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of gold? Now, for 20 points, Colgate, I want you to explain why, under normal circumstances, a pound of feathers actually weighs more than a pound of gold.
Will you do that, Marty?
Yes, gold is measured under a different weight. I think it's called the Troy weight, which only gives 12 ounces to the pound. The pound of feathers is measured under regular weight, which is 16 ounces to the pound. Therefore, gold is short 4 ounces on that pound. And
You know what? You know what you got, Marty? You got a better answer there than I have here. That's very good. Okay, I got a 30-point musical bonus coming up. Here's your toss-up. Epidermis and incisors are mentioned in the title of a 20th century play. For 10 points, Colgate.
Paul Schmidt.
That's by Thornton Wilder, The Skin of Our Teeth.
That is the full answer for 10 points. I was asked what is the play, and it's Thornton Wilder's Skin of Our Teeth. Okay, Colgate. Now, you know, you've heard of Walla Walla and Mau Mau. There are several examples in music of one word's being repeated and becoming a title. Here's a 30-point musical bonus. Now, for instance, Pachi Pachi from Verdi's La Forza del Destino and Can Can from Can Can. You got the idea?
Yeah, we got it.
I'm going to play 3 selections, and your job for 10 points apiece is to tell us the name. First, the name of this one. hear anything?
Right on the
We could sing it. That won't count. You don't get it? Don't have it? Veni Veni, Vieni Veni. All right. What is the title of this one? From opera, I'll give you that much.
Oh, that's Baccio Bel Mazzetto from Don Giovanni by Mozart.
That's the full thing again. I would have taken Batti Batti. That's good for 10 points. Man. Who is that? Is that,
That was Paul Schmidt, Al.
Paul Schmidt. Man, all right. What's the name of this one, as if you don't know? Tico, right, for a giveaway 10 points. Here we go now. Coming up is a 20-point bonus coming up. Here's your toss-up. J.P. Morgan, not the singer, the financier. J.P. Morgan, using financial parlance, once said, "Never be a bear on the United States." For 10 points, what's the modern and more familiar variation of this quotation? Columbia.
Jerry Pomper.
It might be Go Fight City Hall.
No, can you take it, Colgate?
Don't sell America short.
Right, for 10 points. Don't sell America short. Okay, you got a 20-point bonus by holding your shine there, Colgate. For 20 points, listen to this. I want what area and activity. I want the area and the activity that you associate with the names Shackleton, Ellsworth, and Wilkins.
Go ahead, Peter.
That's the South Pole and Antarctica, and they were all explorers of that continent.
Oh, boy, you got an answer again, better than I have right here. No, it's not. Fancy folks says no, it's not. They were all explorers, and they explored Antarctica and the Arctic. And that's as good as that. All right. I didn't want to offend Nancy. She wrote it. All right. Here we go now. We got a 20-point bonus that you could, if you're good on sports, work into a 40-point bonus. So here's the toss-up that might earn it for you. According to Greek mythology, King Cadmus was a pretty good horticulturist. Now, for 10 points, what odd kind of seed did he plant? Colgate.
Paul Schmidt.
He planted dragon's teeth.
That's right, for 10 points. You know what he got out of planting dragon's teeth, Paul?
What, Alan?
What did he get for planting it? What grew?
The soldiers. Army of soldiers.
A fully armed army of soldiers, right. Okay, now listen. Colgate, one of the outstanding events, as I'm sure you know, in any major outdoor track and field meet is the decathlon. You're going to earn 20 points, Colgate, if you can name 6 of the 10 events which comprise the decathlon.
Okay.
And 40 points if you can name all 10 of them. Now, take it easy and let me keep up here.
Okay. Pole vault,
Shot put.
javelin, high
Discus.
jump, discus,
1,500 meters, 100 meters, 400 meters, 120 high hurdles. How many do we have, Alan?
You have all but two. All but, what, two? Yeah.
broad jump, Alan.
Broad jump?
High jump?
Yeah, running broad jump, right?
High jump?
What did I hear?
We've got, did we have high jump?
You have read 100-meter run, 400-meter run, 1,500-meter run, running high jump, running broad jump, pole vault, shot put, javelin, and discus. One missing. I haven't heard this.
No, it's not a race.
It's,
Would it be 200 hurdles? 200
No, 110-meter high hurdle. I'm sorry.
It's the hammer throw.
I'll give you, no, the hammer throw's not here. I'll give you a 20 points on that. You missed 110-meter high hurdle.
I said,
He said 120.
Did he say high hurdle?
120.
I said high hurdles.
He said 120.
Yeah, but he didn't say the high hurdle, did he?
Yes, I did. I said high hurdles.
If you say you did it, I'll take it, because I heard 120, though, didn't you?
120, right.
That's the high hurdles.
That's the high hurdle. Okay, you're going to give it to him? All right, 40 points. You got it all down. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go with a 20-point bonus. Man, what a score you're racking up, Colgate. Here's your toss-up. For 10 points, tell us, where did Captain Wadsworth hide what from Edmund Andros? No takers? He hid the Connecticut Charter in Charter Oak Tree. That's the answer to that one. Okay, here we go down to the toss-up. Still in the offering, a 20-point bonus. A porgy's a fish. A panda's a mammal. For 10 points, what is a panjandrum? Colgate.
Jim Wachtel.
Flower.
Can you take it, Columbia? A panjandrum. Columbia. No, take it. It's a mammal. It's a human being. It's a powerful or pretentious official, they say. All right? A 20-point bonus in the offing. Here's your toss-up. Minerva was born from Zeus's brow. For 10 points, who, according to French literature, was born from his mother's left ear? Columbia.
We got a couple of fellas here. Mildred Smith.
That would be Gargantua.
That's right, for 10 points. Mildred Smith. All right, you got a 20-point bonus here, Columbia. You know, everyone knows that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. But for 20 points, in what place in the Western Hemisphere does the sun rise in the Pacific and set in the Atlantic Ocean? Anybody? What did I hear?
Panama.
Panama, right. The Isthmus of Panama. That is right, and you got now a 20-point bonus coming up. Here's your toss-up for 10 points. What three things did the signers of the Declaration of Independence mutually pledge to each other? Columbia.
Jerry Pomper.
Our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Right, for 10 points. Okay, here we go with a 20-point bonus, Columbia. For 20 points, tell us. Columbia, in literature, what object is described in the following words? 'Tis a rock, a crag, a cape. A cape? Rather a peninsula.
Cyrano's nose.
Cyrano's nose for 20 points, Columbia. Here we go with another 20-point bonus coming up. And a toss-up in the offing. Here it is. Aristophanes' Lysistrata was first produced as a play about 2,000 years ago. Now, for 10 points, why has it been in the news recently? Columbia.
And Jerry Pomper.
The post office has said that it would burn an antique copy of this book that has been sent through the mails.
All right, it's banned it from the mails because it's certainly, they think it's libidinous, okay? Here's your 20-point bonus, Columbia, by getting the right answer. That was a current events question. 20 points. If you can tell us why the following time is a happy time. 4:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, Columbia?
Take a guess at it.
The sun rises at that time.
No, it's coming very soon. It's the time on March 21st when spring officially arrives.
Alan, that's it. The bonus is over, and also the game is over for this week. The final score in the College Quiz Bowl tonight is 100 points for Columbia University and 310 points for the winner, Colgate University. To each member of the Columbia University team, it's our pleasure to award an attractive and dependable Whitnor wristwatch, a distinguished member of the Longines Whitnor family of fine watches. Since 1866, makers of watches of the highest character. For fielding the winning team tonight, Colgate University will receive a $500 gift from Good Housekeeping magazine to be administered by the college. And these varsity scholars from Colgate will return next week to compete in this new All-American quiz game with the varsity scholars of Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. In the meantime, to try your hand at more of these questions, read the Quiz Bowl page in the March issue of Good Housekeeping magazine. Here once again, your master of the quiz, Alan Ludden.
I want to congratulate Colgate, and I want to say to the four men from Columbia, Sheldon Wolf, Melbourne Smith, Tom Evans, and Jerry Pomper, you did a good job. It's been great having Columbia University here in the College Quiz Bowl. Now, next week, Colgate meets a very close rival, Cornell. And the following week, we'll have varsity scholars here from Duke University in Durham, North Carolina. So, won't you be with us again next week and every week for an exciting quiz game here in the College Quiz Bowl? Now, this is Alan Ludden urging you to be with us again next week and wishing you all a very good evening.
Your referees tonight were, for Colgate University, Bob Whitney of station WSYR in Syracuse, and for Columbia University, Fred Collins of station WRCA in New York City. College Quiz Bowl is a transcribed NBC Radio Network presentation originated and produced by John Moses and Don Reed. Written by Nancy Forbes and was directed by Ken McGregor. This is Roger Tuttle speaking.